Hi everyone, hope you're all tickety-boo. Now then, earlier on this year, I got my hands on this little beauty, the Inkee Falcon, the gimbal for your GoPros and things like that, and I gave it a good old blast on a Land Rover Defender. And if you're interested in that, yeah, there's a link up here somewhere, or it'll be down in the description. But I also managed to give away one of these to a lucky subscriber.
There is a God.
Now I've been using it quite a lot, and I found out some more things that make it even better piece of kit. So we're going to have a look at these today, plus see what it's like when you're using it out on the surf rescue boats just like this. As there was one thing I got wrong in the initial review, and that was that it is actually water, or should I say splash proof. That makes it an even more fantastic piece of kit. And on top of that, the great people over at ANDYCINE have sent me another one over. So you know what that means? There's going to be a giveaway today, so stay tuned and make sure you find out how you can get your dirty little mitts on one for yourself, or maybe even a Christmas present for one of those loved ones in your life.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
Plus, if you want to buy one yourself, there's a link down below of where you can get them from ANDYCINE. And to make a point, this isn't sponsored by them in any way, shape or form. I am free to say whatever I bloody well like. But I think you can guess by now, they are bloody, really good pieces of kit. And I really do like it. Anyway, here's today's little joke for you. What do clouds call their shorts? Thunderwear. Sorry, I can't help it. Anyway, at the end of this video, you'll get a chance to see some comparison shots of comparing the GoPro on the gimbal, off the gimbal with stabilization activated and without activated, so you can see even the difference in what it makes. Now, with the GoPro 10 just being launched and everybody raving about it, about how cracking the piece of kit it is, and believe me, it is an awesome piece of kit, you might be saying to yourself, why the hell do we need a 3-axis gimbal? Well, the answer is you don't at the end of the day. However, if you've got one of the older gimbals without stabilization in it, then this will be the piece of kit for you, definitely. But I've been trying it out on the 7, the 8 and 9, and to be honest with you, it does make a difference. Now I haven't got the 10 myself, but I'm sure the same principles, what I'm going to explain to you in a minute, will actually be the same with that one. Because in-body stabilization, does anybody know how that works? If not, let me tell you. Now like I said, all the new ones do a reasonable job with this, don't they? But with in-body stabilization, it's only really 2-axis, and it does what we all know, it crops the footage and moves around just like this to stabilize things. And then what that means is it's going to reduce your field of view. Let me show you an example of what I mean of on the gimbal, yeah, when you get a full shot with the 3-axis on there and then one with the stabilizer. So on the gimbal you get the full shot, but with in-body stabilization, what it will do is actually straighten the footage, a bit like you do when you do warp stabilization in Premiere Pro. And then what that means is it needs to crop into the image so that you don't get any black edges around the outside. So if you want to get uncropped cinematic footage from your GoPro, what you're going to need is one of these little gimbals. And then that way you'll get a higher resolution with a wider field of view. And then all you need to do is stick it on the gimbal, and that's where this little beauty comes into its own. Now I'm not going to go over what you get in a box, because as you can see from this, if you want to check the other video out that I made, you can have a look at that. I made it a few months ago. And as for balancing, well, it's in there as well. But to be honest with you, it's really easy to balance. So go and check that one out if you want some ideas on it. And if you've got any questions whatsoever, make sure you leave them down in the comments down below. So is it waterproof? Yes and no. I have been using it out in the rain and, like I said, down Surf Rescue Club like this, filming events and competitions with no problem. And all I do is get it wet, and at the end of the day I dry it off with a microfiber cloth and things like that. And to be honest with you, it's working, but still now, no problems whatsoever. Now I am going to put a disclaimer out there. Inkee do not in any way, shape or form advertise this as waterproof, and it's definitely not submergible. I wouldn't bother doing that. I found that out to my own accord as I dropped one in the sea. So I would say it is just splash proof or rain proof. But as long as you look after it and dry it afterwards and don't submerge it in water, then Bob's your uncle. Well, it might be Bob. Then again, it might be somebody else, mightn't it? Anyway, as for other features, now then, if you double tap the M button,
it's time to nut up or shut up.
What everybody doesn't know is that it will go into portrait mode for those TikTok videos. But as you can see, if you're doing it in the upright position like this and double click it, nothing happens at all. What you need to do is tilt it forward just like this and then double tap it again, and it knows by the AI I suppose that it's actually in that mode, and then off you go and you've got that setting so you can do those nice tip-top videos. And the other mode, rather than using it just as a gimbal, is the flashlight mode for those low angle shots just like this, and you get that by double clicking the button again. There are lots of other features in here, and again you can check them out in the other video. And just as I told you, I really do like this gimbal, and after using it for a good while now, I love it even more. In fact, it goes with me everywhere. Probably use it more than those big expensive gimbals behind me, and it's only 100 quid. And guess what, the link's down below as well. They're giving a 7% discount on it at the moment, so if you're interested in one, I'll go and grab one now before they run out.
No way. Yeah.
So before we look at the comparison footage at the end of the video, I'm sure you're all dying to know of how you can win one of these yourself. So first off, you need to be a subscriber to the channel, and the reason being is what I like to do is reward people who spend the time watching these videos, because it means a hell of a lot to me. And also, if you aren't a subscriber now, why not subscribe, because we will be giving more giveaways in the future, and lots of other out and about videos and reviews and tutorials and things like that, so make sure you don't miss out by hitting the bell as well. Now then, as I said, number one, you need to be a subscriber to the channel, and then number two is quite straightforward and simple. Tell me how you will use it and why I should give it to you. Not please give it to me, or yes please I'll have it, which lots of people do. Yeah, put a little bit of a story in there, doesn't have to be really long, but tell me how you'll make good use of it, and leave it in the comments down below. And better still, if you head over to Instagram, yeah, and leave a comment on one of the photos in there as well, it'll give you an extra chance of winning it, because I'm more likely to read it, aren't I? Footage is coming in a sec. Hopefully you found this one useful and had a bit of a fun at the same time listening to the old jokes. Stay safe out there everyone, have fun making stuff, keep smiling, cheers and gone.